What's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Danielle. I am here to answer your questions. We've had a couple of stumbles along the way, it seems. Originally I posted a Instagram story, I don't know, April 15th or so, and I was planning on, and then also on Twitter, and I was planning on grouping them up into a big Q&A YouTube video. I had promised a Q&A forever ago and I never got around to it. Decided while filming the Twitter video, because it was getting kind of long, to cut the Instagram and the Twitter video in half, and then proceeded to then lose the Instagram questions. So I re-asked everybody on Instagram to ask me their questions a second time, and here I am finally with your Instagram Q&A video. I hope you enjoy. Here we go. I'm pretty sure I haven't actually gotten dressed except the 3 times a week that I stream. You gotta do what you gotta do. The first question from Little Tungsta. On a scale from 1 to 10, how much do you love Pink City? The answer to that is over 9,000. Pink City is a clothing brand from Canada. If you don't know them, you should. They're amazing. Plug them every chance I get. They're the sweetest brothers, Chris and Mike, and they created like a really nerdy clothing brand called Pink City in Canada, and they're amazing. So I'm gonna leave the link somewhere for you to check them out, because you need to check them out. Bishop X50 asked, what is your favorite movie of all time? And my answer is Spirited Away. It's an amazing animated movie. If you haven't seen it, it's one of the Studio Ghibli movies. It's beautiful and you should watch it if you haven't seen it. If you have, please let me know in the comments down below so we can talk about how wonderful it is. Ace Vader Jones asked, who's your favorite Dragon Ball Z character? The answer is Trunks and Android 18, respectively. They're both wonderful and I love them both a lot. I think that they're great for different reasons, but Android 18 is that and Trunks is that. So one of those two. Insta Spreet, I think, said, what is your top 3 favorite Pokemon? My first would have to be Haunter. I love Haunter. If you've seen my Haunter Kigurumi, I wear it on stream sometimes. 100% that if I were a Pokemon trainer, I would be a ghost type trainer. Charmander is my second one. He was always my favorite starter. And if I had to pick a third, I'd probably say Jigglypuff. If you could live in any anime world, which one would it be and why? I feel like I have to unapologetically say My Hero Academia. I would love to, unless I didn't have powers, then actually that would be tragic, but such a like feel-good camaraderie type of anime with like a really good message behind it. I think My Hero is probably the safest choice. Hollow Soul King asks, drums or flats for chicken wings? And to that I say, yes. Jonathan Zavgu said, what's your inspiration for not giving up? I always need to be working towards something to feel like a sense of purpose, I guess. I think that it like has to come from within, and I think I just really want to be proud of myself. Scott B. Here said, what's your favorite game at the moment in quarantine and your favorite console? So if I had to pick a favorite console, I'd probably say Nintendo 64, but my favorite game at the moment is Mass Effect. The whole series has been amazing. I've been playing through it for the first time ever on Twitch, and it's been so much fun. The story is amazing, the writing is amazing, the gameplay is older, but that's okay, and I don't know, I'm just having like a really good time. Alex Cercia said, do you accept suggestions for cosplays? The answer is also yes. I always want to know what you guys think that I should do. I also always post a poll on Patreon for suggestions and like what I should cosplay next. If that's something you're interested in, I'll leave a link down below for that. Sean the Aviator said, you are now a superhero from any form of media. Who is your sidekick? Oh my god, the pressure. Who is my sidekick? If I could pick a sidekick, if we're gonna follow Mass Effect theme of the month, I would probably pick Tali from Mass Effect. She can hack everything that we would need to hack. She could get me any information that I would need. She would be a ride or die because she's a ride or die. Corey J7 asked, what is the most embarrassing cosplay mishap to ever happen to you? And I've told this story a couple of times on stream, but when I was at Ocala Comic Con, which is my hometown, and I was on the show floor in front of a bunch of people that I went to high school with who I haven't seen since, and all of a sudden I bent down to pick something up from underneath my table, and my suit ripped approximately from one side to the other, and then when I went to go reach to go figure out what was going on, both of my gloves, which were attached to my sleeves, also ripped off, and then the seam of the shoulder also started to rip off, and I ran as fast as I possibly could up the elevator to my hotel room and switched my cosplay to Android 18, but boy was that embarrassing. Javi Metal 1599 asked what was the last film that I watched, and that is How to Train Your Dragon 1, 2, and 3. I rewatched the first one in order to prep myself for the second one, and then the third one I was actually planning on watching tonight. So that series will come to a close for me. I haven't seen the third one yet. I'm very excited. Miss Julie Ray asked, do you see yourself doing cosplay for many more years? If so, what do you want to do after retiring? Loaded, great question, because I honestly can only see myself doing cosplay right now. It's not something that I want to go away from me for a really long time. Afterward, I have a degree in social media marketing, digital advertising. I feel like I could do something with that, hopefully within the esports or gaming industry, maybe streaming, maybe photography. I'm trying to keep a lot of doors open. There's a lot of nude questions. Welshie09 asked, I always see you wearing a Dragon Ball Z shirt or sweater or hoodie, and that is because Dragon Ball Z is my ride or die fandom. It was the thing that I cosplayed from first before anything else. It was my favorite childhood fandom of all time, and I think this is a perfect opportunity for me to plug the company whose merch I wear all the time, which is Atsuko. They are amazing. I love them a lot. They're the sweetest guys ever. We met at PAX East, and they've been sending me some merch to try out from all of their lines, including Dragon Ball Z. So if you like that stuff, I will leave a link for them in the description below. They're great. They're awesome, and everyone should support them. J. Will the Champ asked, were you awkward at all as a child or teenager? And the answer to that is 1000% yes. I feel like I'm still really awkward. Luckily, I've just gotten better at speaking to a camera because of Twitch streaming and cosplay. I think what brought me out of my shell the most is having to talk to people at conventions, because when you're dressed up and people are excited to talk to you about what you're cosplaying or what they're cosplaying, it becomes a little bit easier to bridge that gap of conversation. It was nice to be able to practice that way, and then it became a little bit easier and a little bit easier, and now it's not as bad. But I was definitely really awkward before. Malgus26 said, are you a morning or a night person? The answer is night person. I am a horrible morning person. I never want to wake up in the mornings. Even at cons, I have to wake up an hour early before everyone else so that I can just wake up, you know what I mean? Shake the sleep off. I'm just not myself for a very long time in the morning. In fact, this is my third cup of coffee, so. The Mickle asked, if 3 video game heroes became real, who would it be and who would you join in the fight against evil? Alternatively, if 3 video game villains became real, who would it be and who would you join? For the heroes, I would have to join Spider-Man. I want to join Spyro. Ooh, I want to join James Rayner. James Rayner, Spyro, and Spider-Man. We would be the ultimate team. I think if 3 video game villains became real, me and Bowser could spend some time together and see, what his deal is. Let's throw Boo in there. I think Boo is a villain. Someone from World of Warcraft. Not Sylvanas though. I think she's gone over the edge. Koopsy64, an anime you want to get into but haven't yet. Assassination Classroom, Samurai Champloo, Hunter x Hunter. There's so many that I want to watch and I haven't. I find myself with my phone distracting myself constantly, and I never end up actually watching something. I think I watched the first episode of Assassination Classroom 16 times now. Ooh, Maple Leaf 2501. What death of a fictional character has rocked you the most? I'm gonna have to say, in Harry Potter, the moment that Sirius Black died, I felt a part of me die with him. I loved that character. I loved what he represented for Harry. Here, finally a reprieve, like within Sirius Black, and it was ripped away from him, and let me tell you, that was the most awful moment of my childhood ever. 13 Yed King said, if you could marry one anime character, who would it be and why? And the answer is Zuko. You can tell me that Avatar is not an anime. I don't care. It's Zuko forever. Did you free your editor from the editing cave yet? Darren. Yes, he's free. He's free. He's in Texas, okay? They say when you let something go, if it comes back, it was meant to be, okay? If he comes back, it was meant to be. Roy Ortega, EC, top 3 favorite foods. Sushi, ramen, well, yeah, sushi, ramen, Korean barbecue. They're all pretty much Japanese and Korean and Vietnamese food I could probably eat forever and every day for the rest of my life. Josh Anarchist asked, are you a goofy goober? Yeah. Have you meted 0127 asked, who is your favorite Last Airbender human character and what nation is your favorite? My favorite Avatar The Last Airbender character is Iroh. I feel like that should be almost everybody's favorite character. He's amazing, he's wise. What nation is your favorite? It's probably a tie between the Air Nation and the Fire Nation. I always tell myself that I would be a part of the Fire Nation, but I really wouldn't, and I would probably be Air, and I've come to accept that with my Airbender tattoo. It's fine. HRCZGCSABA asked, what kind of music do you like? I grew up as an emo kid, and I love alternative rock, A Day to Remember, Parkway Drive, Sleeping with Sirens, but like I also really like hip hop. I like 80s music, I like pop music, I like everything except country music. I do not have appreciation for country music. I'm very sorry. It hurts my ears. iCartooning asked, would you rather hang out in the Batcave or Tony Stark's lab? And for me, that is a no-brainer. I would love to hang out in Tony Stark's lab. I am allergic to everything, and I do not want to be in a Batcave where it's wet and damp with bats everywhere. Ash Harrison asked, have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a rock? And I don't mean Kirishima, I mean a rock. Ash, I can't say that I have. I'm sorry to disappoint you. Black Metal Bones asked what your favorite comic book villain is, and I know that he's not exactly a villain, but I would have to say Venom. I really love everything about his character. Mr. 250 asked, does anyone say you look like Emma Stone? Yes, I get that constantly. I get Emma Stone, I get Lindsay Lohan, and I get Penny from Big Bang Theory. All three, all the time. And I personally don't think I look like any of them, but I think Emma Stone is like my favorite actress ever, so thank you. And the very last question to round out the Instagram Q&A is from Unlike No Other, that said, can you show a picture of your setup? And I will in fact show a picture of my setup. I am using a Sony a5-100 camera, and I'm using a cam link to connect to the Streamlabs OBS. I'm recording through Streamlabs OBS. I have 4 LEDs around the room that change color. I have 2 sound blankets here, and then desk, 2 monitors. I'll do a room tour, actually. That'd be really fun for next video. All right, that is it. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I really appreciate everybody who answered the questions on Instagram. I'm very sorry that it took so long, but I hope that you guys enjoy. If you have any other questions that I didn't answer or you want to know the answer to, please comment them below. I'll do my best to get to everybody, and I hope everybody's doing really well. And if you guys have any other suggestions or things you'd want to see in YouTube videos in the future, let me know also in the comments. I am having a lot of fun on this channel, so my world is your oyster. Let me know what you'd like to see, and I will do my best to bring it to you. Until next time, bye guys.